felt like giving you a wee story time. So this is a story time on how I manifested passing my driving test. I seen Nicole doing this about how she manifested her dream home and how she got it, and this is like such a similar story to me about how I passed my driving test. So if you didn't know, I passed my driving test third time. First time the examiner was a fucking bastard, not even joking, cheeky cunt, had me do a turn in the road in the tiniest wee street. Like there was cars parked up it and everything, and my instructor even said there was no way a car was getting a turn in the road in that street, so okay. She also made comments to me that were very discriminatory against me being autistic. Third time I had a completely different person. The first and second time was the same woman. The third time, completely different person. She was so lovely and she examined me properly. And I passed like that. It was brilliant. And this is how I passed, but manifested it. So after failing the second time, I was like, I can't be doing this anymore. No. I was thinking so negatively about myself. I was like, no, I'm the one in the wrong, blah blah blah, despite my instructor telling me that I was doing fab and there was no reason why I shouldn't have passed. I just lost so much confidence within myself and my driving. Whenever before going into these exams, I was so confident. So I sat with myself after having a proper mental breakdown. Like this first examiner, the girl that was in the first and second test, she literally broke me down. She broke me down as a human. I remember coming home and being so heartbroken to my nail. I cried into him. I sobbed. And I was like, no more, no more. I told myself I'm going to think positively. I'm going to tell myself I have passed. Future me has already passed. Present me's just catching up to her. I told myself that multiple times a day. If I was out and about walking and I seen a learner car, click my head and I would say, future me's already passed. Present me's just catching up. I told myself that religiously. Not only that, I wrote a card to my instructor. I went to the card shop and I bought a card for my driving instructor. And I wrote to my driving instructor from me, and I wrote a message to her, thanking her, telling her I couldn't have passed without her, and I'm so grateful for her, insinuating that I had already passed. And I sat that envelope with that card in it at my front door from the day I bought it until the day of my test. Every day before leaving my house, I looked at that card and I said, I have already passed. Future me has already passed. Present me is just catching up. So every time I looked at that card, I reminded myself, girl, you got this. You've already passed. Me putting that card there, me preempting that I've already passed my test, me writing that card, thanking her for helping me pass my test, was me having the confidence within myself and me letting the universe know, bitch, I got this. I already know I passed. And what did I go and do on test day? I freaking passed. My instructor drove me home and she was about to drive away. I was like, you wait there a wee second. I ran into the house and I lifted that envelope and I walked it over to her and I gave it to her. And I gave it to her with such fucking confidence because I knew I was going to pass that time. And like, my nail was like, is that what that envelope was? Because he just seen this green envelope that was sitting at my window in front of my door, like for weeks until the test. And I was like, yeah, I was that confident within myself. I was that confident that the universe was on my side for this test. I had already wrote a card to my instructor. So yeah, that's how I manifested passing my driving test.